This week's episode of CBTV Idaho is being sponsored by the Eastern Idaho Workforce Training Center. I'll tell you more about them in a minute, but first here's our top stories. Today on CBTV Idaho, we're going to discuss plans that are now underway for the intersection of 17th Street and Woodruff. We're going to discuss proposed construction plans for a separate section of Woodruff Avenue, and we're going to discuss plans for improvements in Tautphaus Park in Idaho Falls. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Tyson, and you are watching Construction Business TV, Idaho Falls, Idaho. Welcome back everyone to CBTV Idaho. My name is Tyson. I'm your video journalist for Construction Business TV in the East Idaho area. If this is your first time on the channel, Construction Business TV is your go-to resource for all the construction and development project news going on in your local area. As always, we start this off with a local construction job post lead. Today's lead, Worksteer LLC, has an immediate need to fill 5 different positions. All these positions are local to Idaho Falls. They are all entry-level experience, and they're full-time, and they have a salary estimate between $12 and $35 an hour. They are looking for carpenters, they're looking for apprentice plumbers, apprentice electricians, journeyman electricians, and journeyman plumbers. So I have a link in the description below this video. You can follow that link to find out all the information you need to know on any of these positions, as well as how to apply for them. Story number 1 are the proposed plans for improvements coming to Tautphaus Park in Idaho Falls. So on Wednesday, February 1st of this year, bids were received and opened for the Tautphaus Park Utility Installation Project. The contractor for this project is going to be 3H Construction LLC. According to the City of Idaho Falls, the purpose of this project is to bore and case for water main and sewer service under the Butte Arm Canal for future park improvements. More information on when this project is going to happen and the proposed timeline will be made available in future episodes. If you find value in the content that I provide for you every week, make sure you hit the like button below the video. You can follow Construction Business TV on YouTube, you can follow us on Facebook, and you can follow us on Instagram. Let's hit story number 2. So story number 2 is the proposed construction plans for a section of Woodruff Avenue north of the intersection of 17th and Woodruff. We'll get to that in our final story, but for now, the City of Idaho Falls, they are currently working with the Idaho Transportation Department to develop plans for a road expansion project that will affect the stretch of Woodruff Avenue that runs between US 26th and Lincoln Road. The proposed project is going to involve widening Woodruff Avenue between US 26 and Lincoln to a full urban street section including 5 lanes. Curb, gutter, lighting, and sidewalk will also be included in this construction project. Before I get on to my top story, I want to share a quick message from our sponsor, the Eastern Idaho Workforce Training Center. Are you an employee that would like to develop the skills of your team? Or are you an individual who would like to enhance and develop your own skills? The Eastern Idaho Workforce Training Center is exactly the place to do just that. Although sponsored by CEI, this is a unique center in the area because it's driven by you, the business. It is right in the tagline, industry-led, community-supported. This center focuses on high-demand trades in the area, such as construction, manufacturing, HVAC, plumbing, heavy equipment, and so much more. So I encourage you to take the time to learn about it. It could be just what you're looking for to build a better workforce. You can contact Penny Lyon at 208-535-5409, or you can email her at penny.lyon@cei.edu for more information. For our final story, we're going to discuss the plans that are underway for the Woodruff and 17th Street intersection expansion project. I'm going to share some information that was taken from a release that was put out by the City of Idaho Falls yesterday. So if weather conditions are favorable, improvements on the Woodruff Avenue and 17th Street intersection scheduled to begin March 13th. That's a Monday. The intersection will be widened to improve traffic flow, reduce congestion, and accommodate forecasted growth. Needless to say, during construction, there is going to be a significant impact to traffic. Motorists are encouraged to use alternate routes. Traveling public should expect traffic delays, detours, and various lane and road closures during this project. Accommodations are going to be made by the contractor to keep access to sidewalks and adjacent properties open. So this intersection has operated over capacity during peak hours for motorists experiencing delays of more than a minute and a half. Without intersection improvements, forecasted traffic for 2040 shows a 30% increase in traffic demand, resulting in 2.5 to 4 minute delays for the traffic. If all goes according to plan, the project will be finished in the fall. Improvements include an additional left turn lane and a dedicated right turn lane on each intersection approach, as well as updates to waterline, curb, gutter, landscaping, and traffic signal. So Idaho Falls Power is going to remove power poles and run existing fiber and power underground. You should also know that there's going to be periodic nighttime work from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m., which will be needed to expedite construction activities that would cause even more traffic impacts if they were to be done during the daytime. So once this project begins, the city has asked that motorists obey posted traffic control signage, reduce speeds, and watch for construction crews throughout the work zone. And I, of course, add my own invitation to give them a big thumbs up when you pass them by. Let them know that you appreciate the hard work that they are doing to making your community a safer and more efficient place to live. That's going to do it for this week's edition of Construction Business TV in the East Idaho area. My name is Tyson. I'm your video journalist for CBTV Idaho. If you haven't yet and you appreciate the content that I provide for you every week, make sure you show that appreciation by hitting the like button below the video and subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, or follow us on Instagram. The subscribers are so appreciated because it is what allows me to continue to provide this content for you. Thank you guys again so much for your time. Drive safe.